caregiver is a crucial role when it comes to providing support and encouragement, and we don't really talk about the importance of this role. Okay, and today we are going to talk about the importance of this role. And a role of caregiver can be both challenging and also rewarding. It depends on whether this person is passionate or not. And I have a very passionate caregiver over here, Miss Mala. Share with us some of your struggles that you have gone through in process of developing Davi Consortium, and also some of the breakthrough that you have achieved.
Okay, I'm the primary caregiver of Visha, and because of Visha's will and determination, and because of the illness, that give us more emphasis to develop Davi Consultant, which does early intervention in early childhood with children, because Visha herself was a victim of abuse in early childhood, in the early days. So because we thought when the child in the early stages, as I'm a Montessori trainer as well, it gives you the empowerment at the 0 to 6 years old, the subconscious mind. If we can instill positive self-esteem, empower the child, and de-stress, learn to de-stress, and have a basic mental health from the beginning. Of course, we cannot stop from genetic, developing the illness, environment, and all that. But if we can start from very young, and we can educate teachers, especially early childhood teachers are not well trained, they abuse, they yell, they whack, they don't understand what they do to the children. So that's why Davi Consultant was formed for early intervention. And early days, Visha used to attend my workshop. She was so, medication was so high, she would sleep. And I used to talk about all this positive stuff and she would sleep. But now I'm proud to say, for the last 1 year, she talks in my workshop. She makes a difference. When I tell them about this, they like, what is she talking about? When Visha shares her experience, a life story, it makes a huge difference. And I really hope they really mean to make a difference in a child's life in the early years. That's why the early intervention was done.
And that is very, very good actually. And in this society, Malaysia, just look at Malaysia for that. What would you say society's perspective towards girls with mental challenges and everything? And what do you think, what you wish the society can do better when it comes to dealing with mental challenges and everything?
I don't think it's about girl or a boy and gender bias. I think mental illness on the whole is a stigma, people living in denial, and especially parents. They are ashamed. They don't want to share, even me to share with them, and share with Mr. C in MMHA. I'm also a committee member in MMHA, and a lot of them don't want to share. It takes a long time for us to penetrate the loved ones to accept it. Once they accept it, that's the first big step they can help. And instead of like when the early years and childhood, they de-stress, stress, and then the child develops mental illness or something like that, and they don't have responsibility to send them to the homes because they say they just can't deal with it.
I'm sure during your sessions, a lot of sessions you have gone through and everything, people ask you so many questions and everything. What would you say that one question that you sort of can't forget till today, that this is the current situation in Malaysia, like about mental awareness? What's that one question that you think that this is the standard of understanding when it comes to mental health?
For me, I feel very sad. I really feel very sad when I see parents driving the children to stress. Stress is one of the factors. They just don't care about the child's mental health being. They just focus on the education level which makes them to achieve. So when they achieve whatever they want and academically, and the child crashes or have an episode, the parents can't accept it. But not having empathy towards their child who's going through the stress, there's no empathy. We don't need sympathy, we need empathy. That's what I feel.
Yes, we do. We need empathy, not sympathy, that's correct. And it's sad to say that in Malaysia, as far as I'm concerned, mental health is not a real problem. Depression is not a real problem. If you ask a lot of